is Yamisa Thapa. Welcome to my History 1301 project. And today I'm going to talk about one of the most important events in American history, the American Revolution. It wasn't just a war, it was a movement where ordinary people fight for their freedom, equality, and a new kind of government. In this video, I'll explain what were the causes of the revolution and what unfolded it and why it still matters today. Let's start with what caused it. After the French and Indian War, Britain was in serious debt. So they began taxing the American colonies so heavily. They passed laws like Stamp Act and Tea Act, which made colonies pay extra for paper, teas, and many more daily products. The big problem? The colonies had no representatives in the British Parliament. They had no voices in their decision. That's where the famous phrases comes from here. No taxation without representation. To the colonies, it wasn't only about the money, it was also about their rights being ignored. Things really started to heat up in the early 1770s. In 1773, the colonists protested the Tea Party by dumping British tea into Boston Harbor. This became known as the Boston Tea Party. The British government punished them so harshly, which was known as concrete acts in that time, which made the colonists even more angrier. Soon colonial leaders met at the First Continental Congress in 1774 to discuss how to respond. By April 1775, the fighting finally broke out at Lexington and Concord. Those first gunshots were called the Shot Hard. It was a clear sign that officially the war has begun. A year later, in 1776, the colonists decided it was time to break free completely. The Continental Congress asked Thomas Jefferson to write a document explaining why. That document became the Declaration of Independence. It boldly stated that all men are created equal and that people have the right to live, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This wasn't just a piece of paper, it was a statement to the world that the colonies were now fighting for freedom, not just against taxes. The Revolutionary War lasted from 1775 to 1783. It wasn't easy. The colonists were up against the strongest army in the world, but under George Washington's leadership, the Continental Army managed to stay together through tough winters, lack of supplies, and many losses. The Battle of Saratoga in 1777 was a turning point. It convinced France to help the colonies. With French ships and soldiers, the Americans gained strength and eventually won the final battle at Yorktown in 1781. 2 years later, the Treaty of Paris in 1783 officially recognized the US as an independent nation. I repeat, the United States as an independent nation. The American Revolution changed everything. It proved that the ordinary people could challenge a powerful empire and win. It also helped to inspire to other revolutions like France and Latin American, and also they had introduced a new idea about democracy and human rights. But it wasn't perfect. Freedom didn't apply to everyone. Enslaved Africans, Native Americans, and women were still left out. Still, the ideas of equality and liberty planted during this time became the founder of future change. The American Revolution wasn't just about battles and soldiers, it was about courage, unity, and beliefs in a better future. It reminds us that big changes in history often begin with ordinary people like us, which were standing up for their rights, their voice, and their decisions. Thanks for watching. So I hope this video finds you well about how the revolution was set out not only in the American history, but how does it identify yourself and your country.